Furious veterans at the Royal Ascot angrily protest to King Charles, demanding Prince Harry be sacked as sports coordinator. The normally festive and refined atmosphere of Royal Ascot was shattered today as a group of angry military veterans staged a raucous protest, demanding that Prince Harry be immediately dismissed from his role as sports coordinator for the prestigious horse racing event. The scene unfolded as thousands of well-heeled spectators in their finest formal attire filtered into the iconic racecourse, eager to place bets and soak in the pageantry of one of the biggest events on the British social calendar. But as the crowds took their seats, a commotion erupted at the main entrance, where a sizable group of former soldiers had gathered, many still wearing their military uniforms. "Shame on you, Harry. Disgrace to the uniform," they bellowed, waving placards and banners that left no doubt as to the nature of their grievances. "We won't stand for a traitor running our sports." The protesters were referencing Prince Harry's decision to step back from royal duties in 2020 and relocate to California with his wife, Meghan Markle. Many veterans felt deeply betrayed by Harry's actions, seeing it as an abandonment of his responsibilities and a dereliction of his military service. Now, with Harry appointed as the new sports coordinator for Royal Ascot, a role that gives him significant influence over the logistics and programming of the event's athletic competitions, the ex-soldiers were refusing to accept what they viewed as an unforgivable affront. "This is an absolute disgrace," fumed former Army Captain Richard Thornton, his chest adorned with rows of service medals. "Harry turned his back on us, on everything the uniform stands for. And now he's been handed this prestigious position, as if he hasn't already caused enough damage to the royal family's reputation." Thornton and his fellow protesters refused to disperse, even as security personnel attempted to usher them away from the main entrance. Instead, they surged towards the parade ring, where King Charles III was set to arrive momentarily to officially open the event. "We demand that the king sack Harry from this role immediately," bellowed one veteran, his face flushed with rage. "He's not fit to coordinate anything, let alone our beloved Royal Ascot. This is an absolute travesty." The commotion reached a fever pitch as the royal procession approached, with the veterans practically shaking with fury as they caught sight of the king's carriage. Several of them broke free from the security cordon, rushing towards the parade ring before being wrestled to the ground by officers. It was a stunning display of the deep well of resentment that many former service members still harbor towards Prince Harry, whose decision to step back from royal life continues to reverberate throughout the United Kingdom. For these veterans, his new role at Royal Ascot was seen as a bridge too far, a final insult that they were simply unwilling to accept. As the chaos unfolded, King Charles looked on with a pained expression, no doubt aware of the volatile situation unfolding before him. Aides quickly whisked him away to the royal enclosure, while the raucous protest raged on outside. It remained unclear whether the king would heed the veterans' demands and remove Harry from his position. But one thing was certain. The peace and tranquility of Royal Ascot had been shattered, replaced by a stark reminder of the deep divisions that continue to plague the House of Windsor. For the hundreds of spectators who had come to enjoy a day of horse racing and high society, the ugly scenes at the entrance had cast an unexpected pall over the proceedings. As they made their way to their seats, many could be heard muttering in dismay, their anticipation for the day's events now tinged with a sense of unease. "This is supposed to be a day of celebration," lamented one well-heeled woman, dabbing at her eyes with a lace handkerchief. "But leave it to those troublemakers to ruin it all. Absolutely disgraceful." Whether the king would ultimately bow to the veterans' demands remained to be seen. But one thing was clear. The storm clouds gathered over Royal Ascot were far from clearing anytime soon.